A lot of people have troubles writing a director's treatment. I think I still have troubles writing a director's treatment. I think it's such a hard work. It's so mentally exhausting and all. And then there are quite a number of people also, who have troubles writing a director's treatment. But really, what's the fuss about a director's treatment? Why should we care? Why is it important? Why should we bother? If it's such a hard work, why do we need to do it? So here's why it is important. A director's treatment is your vision statement. It is what helps everybody to understand exactly what it is that you want to do, or that we want to do, as a group of filmmakers on this project. It's like what the Bible says: write down the vision so that he may run that reads it. That there is the director's treatment, because writing down a vision means that there's going to be need for a lot of thought process. You're going to need, that's the thing with writing. When you are writing, you are thinking, you are doing some mental work as you are writing, and then you're putting down to paper what it is that you have thought about. So what that then does for you is that because I am writing stuff, I am taking extra time to do some thinking about the project I want to do. Research is such a huge part of writing a director's treatment. I need to research the topic that I'm talking about, the brand, whatever it is. So a lot of the time you may excuse yourself from doing this hard work because you feel like you figured it out. All right. And I'm saying this because I know that I've been there. I know that there are times where you just feel like, oh, I've got it covered. I've got, yeah, you can do a lot of research, actually get screen grabs and all of those things. But that exercise of putting the ideas together, they help you to make a concise decision, because that document that you have taken some time to put together also is useful to every member of your team. That way you don't want to get on set and the people don't have an idea what they're doing. Everybody's working in isolation. That's not how film works. That's why they say that it takes a village to make a film. Those villagers need to be in agreement of what it is that we are doing. This is where we are going. You cannot have the DP go here, the director is going here, the art director is going here. Everybody needs to be going to the same direction as dictated to us by the director in his director's treatment. It takes a lot of burden away from you because you are a leader, first of all, as a director, and to whom much is given, much is expected. So yes, writing a director's treatment is hard. Yeah, being a filmmaker is hard, but it's such an enjoyable work. It's such an enjoyable lifestyle. The process of making film, it's like putting pieces and puzzles together. It's like building a house, putting your bricks and blocks and all of those things together. And then the joy is when you see the finished product of the house. But before the house is done, there needs to be a plan. There needs to be a roadmap. We need to be able to see the building that we want to build, first of all, on paper. So that when we are building, we can tell when we are going away from the plan. We can tell where we're doing something wrong. That exercise of drawing that plan is not the easiest. It's not. It takes work. It takes mental alertness. It takes your time. Yeah, you're busy. Yes, but this is part of being busy. This is the work that needs to be done. You know. So I'm saying this to say that there's a lot of filmmakers who may not really embrace the idea of writing treatment because, truth be told, all of us are indie filmmakers. You are going to do your own feature film, your own short film, your own whatever. So there isn't a client who's asking you to send a director's treatment. So you just do what you want to do. You gather everybody together. Let's go on set and then let's just go and wing it. You're doing a lot of disservice to that project. You're doing a lot of disservice to the story. The story could be way better than whatever it is that you guys then finish with. It's not because it's going to be bad, but the potential for it to be greatly better has reduced from inception. From the beginning. Put your thoughts together, put it in a document, share that document with everybody who's on your team, and let them buy into that vision. let them from the beginning, pre-production, be able to say that, oh, this is not working. I think we should use this color. I think we should do this. I think we should do that. That's the point of creating your director's treatment, you know. And so for you to be able to ensure that you respect the project enough, to give it the time, the attention that it needs. Force yourself, discipline yourself to be in a space of creating director's treatment. Film is about making choices. It's not just on the director to do the work, but the director starts the vision. He needs to be able to sell the idea of what needs to be done to other professionals who are on the job, so that they can then put in their own input and say, oh yeah, this is great, I see what you want to do. Okay, this is how we're going to achieve it. That's why you have gaffer and DP and everybody, because everybody's job is to help the director's job get easier and help his vision come alive. Your job as a DP is to make me look good as a director, and ultimately all of us are going to look good because we have done a great job. But as a director whom much is given to, I need to be able to sell the idea of what it is that we are doing to you. If you don't understand it, how do you understand what you're doing? If you don't know where you're going, how do you know when you have arrived? All right, so the director needs to first of all know where he is going. Where am I going to? What I do first when I get a script is I read it to understand the story back to back. Because I don't want to get on set and actors are asking me questions and I don't know. I'm like, I think, you want to know the story back to back. And when you do that, put your thoughts in the director's treatment. Do that so that you are able to tangibly sell that idea to everybody. You can share it, everybody sees the treatment, they read it, they have questions, they understand what your mind is. There's a lot of talk that we can talk about creating director's treatment. If you want to get into the commercial world, in that world, there's a lot of intentionality. Everything has to go through an approval process. The costume that the actors are wearing, they have to approve it. The everything has to go through an approval process. So which means that everything needs to be documented. So that discipline to have a director's treatment is more prominent in the commercial world than it is in our film space in Nollywood. Not a lot of us as filmmakers make director's treatment, but there's no way you're going to make a commercial without doing a director's treatment. I wish that I had a background in advertising, so that I would have learned the discipline of being more intentional, of doing treatments, of course, and never looking at it as being hard, because it's part of the process. It's like when you are on set for 21 days, you're not going to be thinking this work is hard, or I'm tired. It's like food. It becomes a necessity. It's what needs to be done. So you're not going to be thinking about it as being hard. It's part of the work. It's the lifestyle that I've chosen and I've got to do it. So if you already have that training and that discipline, your choice of words will not be that this is hard. There won't even be the option of should I do it or should I not do it, because it's the training that you have. But it's fine if you don't have an advertising background. There's information. All right, not a lot of us were lucky enough to start in advertising. Advertising will really prepare you for a lot of things. We are Nollywood. Nollywood is not a space. It is us as individuals that are Nollywood. So as one person gets better, the space gets better, because it's our work that is showing in this space. So we need self-development and do things better so that our collective output will be better. When films get out of Nollywood and go abroad, they are Nigerian films. Doesn't matter who made it, and you are a Nigerian. So in a way, those films represent all of us, whether they are bad or they are good. So before you get an opportunity to make a film that will go internationally, do the work now to prepare yourself for that kind of time. One of the work is actually do learn how to make a director's treatment. How good you get in making the director's treatment is another conversation. Even I'm still learning. There are a number of amazing guys who's done some treatments. There was a time that I actually shared the treatment that I have done, and then there's the best who makes a lot of commercials and has some really amazing treatments. quite a number of people. So there's a lot of learning that we can do, and then I hope that this inspires you to, you know, to pretend that it's not a hard work and just put in the work for the good of the work that you have to do, for the fact that you respect the craft that you have chosen. Just get the work done. Yeah. I hope that you're inspired.